Welcome to Your Aesthetics Mindset. This is our brand new series where I bring on guests to talk about the mindset you need as a business owner. So today we're trying to get on Dr. Catherine from. This is a series where I'm going to be talking to other entrepreneurs about the mindset you need when maybe you're going from healthcare provider to healthcare professional, from to then into your CEO mindset to your business mindset. Okay, so I've sent you a little invitation. So hopefully it will come up your end and you can click join the live. But this series is really about So this series is really about bringing in some different perspectives on how maybe your mind needs to shift to go from, okay, so I'm in my role to now I need to be charging money for my services. And there can be little tweaks that we need to make and how we talk to ourselves and the conversations we have with ourselves as a business owner, but then also as a healthcare professional. So we're trying to get, there we are, I've sent you a fresh invitation. So it should just flash up and you can click join.
Hello.
There.
Yay.
Here we are.
Hi, Harriet. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you so much. Thanks for inviting me. It's really exciting. Thank
That's
you.
okay. So I thought we would start a new series talking about the mindset of being a business owner, but also a healthcare professional. So when you are in your role as a practitioner in the healthcare industry, so I know you're an anaesthetist,
Yeah.
and then when you then switch into business mode and I need to make more money and I need to make more sales, but also like sending invoices and having conversations about charging for your services. Sometimes when you first become a business owner, there's suddenly this like shift between like, oh, I feel a bit funky about asking somebody to pay me, I don't know, like sometimes in excess of £200 when we're used to providing everything essentially for free. I know it's not free, but we don't charge anything. We never talk about money. I mean, the amount of times as a nurse, somebody's said to me, like, I should be paying for this, like, let me give you something. And I'm like, it's free. You don't need to pay. And
Yeah.
then you start charging for your services. And there's like this like weird energy, and talking about like how then you would initiate or maybe have some of the hurdles you've got over to be able to bring this in.
Um, you're right. I think this is a massive thing for us as healthcare providers. We feel so awkward. It's something that I not struggle with, but sometimes you still have to remind yourself that
There,
is
isn't there?
something there, and quite often you'll be like, oh, I'll just do this little bit extra for, don't worry about paying for me, I'll do it for free, or I'll give you a discount. Or and
Yeah.
it's really hard because we're so used to being generous with our with our time and what we do, caring for someone, and it's very, very difficult. So and I wouldn't say that I am totally over it. So I'm very much, it's a very steep learning curve.
Yeah.
But I think that we have to remind ourselves, sometimes even on a daily basis, that we are doing this for a reason. We are doing this to make a living. We are doing this to kind of help ourselves, sometimes change completely from transitioning from healthcare we wouldn't be doing it, and we shouldn't be doing it out of the goodness of our heart. So it's definitely a mindset that we have to it's definitely a mindset that we have to uh, sort of change, really. Yeah, definitely. I think we have to remind ourselves of our value as well. That's really important. We pay a lot of money to get ourselves insured. We have to pay a lot of money to go on these courses at the beginning as well. So we are investing in ourselves, and we have a certain standard, and that is what we have to remind ourselves again, and our clients, that they're paying for your expertise.
Yeah.
And it's not for free. We don't walk into a hairdresser and get a free haircut. We don't get free nails. We don't get stuff for free when we go in for a service. So we shouldn't expect or others shouldn't expect it of us as well. And am I all right to touch on things like people taking advantage of us, sort of friends and family and things like that.
Definitely. Before we get onto that, I actually don't think people expect it for free. Maybe, I mean, there are other friends and family, but people that come to you as a professional, maybe someone you don't know. And I actually always promote, and some of my clients that I'm teaching, I never did anyone really that I knew. All of my clients came from Instagram or Facebook. So I had this very professional boundary put up straight from the get-go. And I think that's really important. But I also think it's easier because someone isn't seeing you as their friend, their relative. They're seeing you in that professional aspect. And it's at that moment that when we're charging or maybe talking about our prices, or actually I very much promote showing up and selling, that it's actually that it's you, it's a you issue. Those people that don't know you as a friend or relative actually don't expect it for free. They know, they pretty much everyone knows how much it's going to cost for one area of Botox by now. If there's someone that's looking into it, they know how much it's going to cost. They're just trying to find the person that's right for them, and they're trying to find the person that's showing up and they get the right personality. But I 100% agree that there is this like funky issue then when you have a friend or relative that's maybe like, oh, can't you just have a bit of Botox in?
Yeah, I've had someone come to the house who I didn't know, happened to be a medic, was I don't know, I think getting something off Facebook Marketplace from me, and they said, "Oh, do you do that as well?" I said, "Yeah, this is what I do." And she said, "Oh, well, I'll get a couple of friends around and we can just share a bottle of Botox." I was like, it doesn't work like that. And I think if we have standards, and I think we'll be respected a bit more as well, and people take you more seriously. So
Yeah.
it's hard to put that hat on, and I think you just have to remind yourself about that. Yeah. Selling is still, I still thinking that you're selling something is sometimes something that doesn't always fit with us. But I think it as like providing a service, and that has cost you X amounts to get trained and so on, then it becomes a bit easier.
Do you think there was this trend a while ago that was like Botox parties, and very much that like I'll get some people around and we'll do everybody at the same time, and I've had to almost like rewire some of my clients' mindsets around how you launch your business and how you're going to get your first clients, because I think this era of a Botox party does make it very much like, but it's not really a Botox party. If you actually ran this as a clinic, if you ran this very much professional, you would find it easier to talk about your pricing, because it's no longer like a social event that I'm just going to pop in a bit of Botox.
Yeah, I thought that those things were sort of done and dusted, but I was a little bit horrified to see a recent post advertising literally a Botox party, and I think it was near where I work actually, in South Wales, and yeah, I was actually really surprised, but I think that dare I say, you're always going to get people that if something is offered, they're going to go the cheapest provider, the cheapest place, and there's going to be a reason why it's cheaper. And I don't think that we should try and compete with that. It's a bit like buying a handbag. You can buy a really cheap handbag, or you can buy a really expensive handbag, and the expensive one's going to last a lot longer and feel a lot nicer. And I think that there are clients out there, and generally my clients come to me because they want someone who's got, am I allowed to say kudos, of being trained and having a certain kind of training standard, being a doctor, knowing how to deal with, say, like a complication or something that isn't that straightforward, and having that healthcare background, which was, I'm sure, the kind of clients you have as well. And there were always going to be people that they don't, I don't know if they don't care, but they certainly don't realise that these are, at the end of the day, still injections that need to go in the right place, be drawn up in the right manner, and be the products that we are injecting are of a high quality, you know, obtained from a decent pharmacy, that kind of thing. And there will always be people who don't realize that, or appreciate that possibly, and want to do it cheaper. So I think I don't even try and compete with them. I don't really try. I don't really do sort of Black Friday offers, and it is so hard. It is so hard at the beginning to get that mindset. Yeah, and I wouldn't say I'm either. I still kind of drop the ball every now and again.
Oh, 100%. I don't think anyone, like even myself in the coaching industry, it's very easy to see like the prices that my coach charges, or like people that I'm in groups with and in masterminds that I'm in, and I'm looking at their prices and I'm thinking, should mine be, or should we lower it? And I'm aware that there's like other people doing deals and offers. And then it's like having this chat with you of going, do you know what? I have years of running my own clinic. I have years of coaching experience. I've invested, like you said at the start, thousands of pounds in education that other people might not have, that it's not as simple as posting on Instagram and hoping that's going to get you clients. The same as holding a Botox party isn't necessarily going to get you clients, and lowering your price, some people want to pay more. That is a big thing that I've learned, that actually when you charge a bit more, sometimes you get clients that are like, actually I want to pay more because I know I'm going to get a better experience, I know I'm going to get looked after. And having those blinkers on of not actually even seeing what other people are doing. I had some hit back on a post that I did about maybe unfollowing or muting other practitioners. And it's more about protecting your own mindset of thinking, this is what I want to charge. This is how much my worth is. This is what I want to do. This is how I'm going to run my business. I don't actually need to see what everybody else is doing to allow that comparison to come in, to be able to go, oh, well, they're charging this amount. And it's just all this noise that then affects all the work that you've done to build yourself up to go, this is how much I charge for X amount of service. Is that something that you've had to initiate of like, I don't need to see what is going on? Oh, I can't hear you anymore. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, there you're back.
Sorry, did I lose you? So yeah, I think it's only natural, and I think it's a good idea to do your research, to have a look around, because it would be ridiculous if I was charging, you know, crazy prices then, and too high, but also too low. It's natural that you look around at the beginning, get a bit of a ballpark for what it is in our area, because obviously different areas charge different amounts for certain things. Sometimes you might be introducing a new treatment, so maybe you would introduce it at a slightly more reasonable rate to get interest in that product possibly, and then going mainstream, and once you've had it for a while and the demand, it's a, sort of a demand thing, isn't it? So that's natural to look around at others, but then I think you kind of need to put a little bit of blinkers on, because if you're worried about too much about what other people are doing, then you're never going to be concentrating on yourself. And I think you have to, it's a balance, and you will know, I think, as a practitioner as well, because once you get once you get comfortable with the fact that you're not the NHS, and you are charging for your services and appropriately, you can then judge, you know, when and if you'd ever change your prices. So yeah, and then even still, after doing procedures, which I've been trained in and pain assurance for, I still found it difficult to do other cells. So for example, with skincare, which we all know is a massive part of aesthetics and does genuinely help with client or patient outcomes, that can sometimes feel a little bit awkward, but I think personally I've got better at it. I'm not, you know, I'm not a salesperson. I'm a doctor at the end of the day, and I see it as I give advice on the skincare I'm not hard sell, and some people might be better at doing it than I am, but I like to think that that's why my clients also come to me, because I kind of have that kind of genuine authenticity as well as believing in what I say. So yeah, hopefully that comes with time being an aesthetic practitioner.
Yeah. I think for myself, I did skincare and supplements alongside my aesthetics, like treatments and injections. And for me, I used to tell myself, do you know what? If I can show someone the results that they could get from this, and this is how much it's going to cost if you want to buy it, it's not necessarily that I'm selling. I used to have to tell myself, and I still do tell myself, this is something that's help somebody. I'm helping somebody. It's just that they have to pay for it at the end of the day. And it's like, it's still a service, it's still going to help, and it's not about me. The money is not about me. If I can show how this can help somebody, if they want it, they're going to buy it. So I was very much like, this is what it would help with, this is, you know, this is the results it can get you, if this is what you're suffering with and you need this. And like having that conversation in my head of I'm selling, but I'm going to show up with the mindset of I'm helping somebody, rather than I'm showing it because I need more skincare clients.
Yeah, totally. No, I think that's a really, really good point, actually.
It's
it's
almost like these other conversations that you have to have with yourself alongside, what am I going to say?
Yeah. And also
noise
as well, as because you have a little miniature version of yourself sitting on your shoulders, don't you? Like talking to yourself, what do I do now? Do I do this? Do I do that? Oh, I feel a bit awkward. But like you say, it becomes a bit more natural when you're not just there to sell skincare. It's part of the treatment. You get better results with this. You're protecting yourself with SPF. You're preventing further lines and wrinkles. So yeah, as you say, it's a better mindset to think you're helping people with what else. It's not just a case of I'm going to put some Botox in, you're going to be wrinkle free, ta-da. It wears off, and underlying is the skincare issue, which is a bit more fundamental than just treating wrinkles when they come. It's having good skin as well. So you're right, it's part of the whole thing.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's like a massive mind shift, because if you were in work and you were trying to explain to someone, well, you're going to need this antibiotic, but you also need this, and they do two different things, but they're working for the same principle. Like, we're okay doing that. But the minute that we're like, oh yeah, but you've got to pay me for it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, totally.
It's like, oh, it's just like weird things. Is there anything that you've maybe had to done, or maybe you've not necessarily invested in, but maybe like some books that you've had to read on money mindset or about charging? Is there anything that you've had to do in your practice to switch that maybe somebody that is trying to show up and sell, or is trying to get their business off the grounds, that maybe could benefit from them?
I haven't read. No, I've got no books to read. I'm really bad. I don't really have time to read books. I would say I do. I go to conferences. Things like this are really helpful. The conferences, the Aesthetic Journal is really helpful. ACE, I'm going to now in March, so you can in London. And so you can pick up, tips from the mindset, because it's not all about learning how to inject someone's temples or lips. There's other things as well, and I find that really helpful. Some of the pharmaceutical companies, so some of the kind of the drug reps, they're very helpful, and I think that they understand now as a company that if they can help practitioners like us to inform our customers about what things will help, because people very much used to come in to me for like an area of Botox, and I'd be like, okay, area of Botox, okay, yeah, lovely, thank you very much, that'll be X amount of money. And now I've learned that actually they're coming to us not just for that, but also for like a whole more sort of holistic approach, just taking everything into account. And I don't feel embarrassed there. Well, actually, I think your other features could be treated and improved as well. So I feel like that's more part of my job, and I'm much more comfortable with that. And I think that the pharmaceutical companies know that we're there to advise as well as just to treat on maybe what they might have seen, because they might, I don't know, in a magazine or in a newspaper or on TV, and thought, oh, I'm going to do that, but that might not be exactly what they need. So I now feel a lot more comfortable and experienced, so people say, actually, have you thought about this and have you thought about that? And I don't think, and I suppose because it's maybe a practical procedure, which I'm used to, I don't see it so much as selling. I see it more. So yeah, that definitely helps as well.
That's a really good, I really like that, like treating, not selling. That's like a really good thing to like keep in your mind all the time. Like you're treating someone, you're not selling to them, you're treating them like they need this like holistic approach, like they need every aspect of it. Like it's all, like I always think to myself, okay, well, it's okay that I don't have fine lines and wrinkles, but if my skin was really dry and crispy, I would want someone to say, actually, this is a really good product that would help with that. Or maybe, do you know what, you just need to be drinking your 2 liters of water a day. Like as healthcare professionals, there's things that we can put out there that actually help people that are completely free. Like let's go on our Instagram stories and be like, I've drunk my 2 liters of water today because it's going to help my skincare, because it's going to make me glowing, because it's going to help with this. Have you done yours? And then put up like a cute little, I'm going to do this, a cute little poll that's like actually we're encouraging people to do things. And like, you know, maybe if we did some more exercise, we wouldn't need, you know, it would help with our, you know, our glowing complexion. Like there's other things that are treating and not selling.
Yeah, and also things like probably one of the cheapest things you can get to prevent lines and wrinkles is SPF. Really, but
you could recommend right now while we're online?
Absolutely. So my favorite is Illumia Tinted, because it's a really high UVA UVB SPF, and because it's tinted, I don't have to worry about putting on makeup as well. So it kind of you have it, it's just easy. It's all about what's the easiest thing to do in the morning. You know, I've got to get up and out of the door and get to the hospital super early in the morning. So it can't be like people think that when you say skincare, they think you're going to have like a really complicated, expensive regime. And yes, there are things out there that I think are amazing luxury products. But at the same time, gosh, tinted SPF, can't beat it. Illumia, definitely.
And see how simple that was, that if somebody watches this live back, they're like, actually, yeah, that's exactly what I've been looking for. It's not hard. It's just that we have these like like, I don't know if it's like a boundary or like this thing that's taught to us over the years of being in healthcare and our jobs, that it's like, oh, I don't know, it's like this weird sort of shift. Okay, so to wrap this up, if someone was to watch this live and they are in the South Wales area, how can they get in contact with you? What's the best way to get booked in for a consultation? Tell us how they can reach out.
So if you go to, there's a couple of easy ways. So on Instagram, if you go to my bio, there's a link there, and that will take you to my website, and you can just click on the link to book here, and it takes you to Glow Day, which is an amazing, lovely platform. I don't know if Hannah from Glow Day, yes, I think she might be joined on here, and it's a great platform. All the treatments are on there. If anyone has a question, please don't be afraid to just drop me a WhatsApp or a text message, or just phone me. I think that sometimes we're afraid of actually speaking to other people these days and picking up the phone, but if I can answer, just leave me a message and I will WhatsApp. WhatsApp's probably very quick and easy. It flashes up. Email as well. So any of those methods, feel free to contact me. But you can just go straight onto the Glow Day portal and just search for Dr. Catherine in Cardiff and book on there for a consultation. Or if you know what you want, then you can just scroll down all the treatment options and book there too.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So to wrap this up, if you are a practitioner who has been struggling with their mindset, you need to have these conversations about selling and making more money in your business, and you're like, oh, I don't know, I feel like I need to have a conversation that I maybe can't have on Zoom, or you're not having in the DMs, and you've been WhatsApping in your group from where you did your training and you're just not getting the answers. We have a live in-person event happening the 19th of January. Tickets are available right now. It's a mastermind event. We're going to be talking all about your goals for the year, how you're actually going to achieve them, because it's okay saying I want to make X amount of money, but what does that look like in terms of clients and revenue and profit for your business? But also, if you've got issues coming up, maybe you're having conversations in the DM that you don't know how to answer, or maybe you just want to meet your next business bestie to film some content with, to have someone in because you are over putting out that you need models for extra treatment and discounting, because this year is the year that you want to make more profit in your business. Send me a DM, just say, I don't know, live event. Just DM me live event, and we can chat all about the details and get you on board. Thank you so much for taking your time today, Catherine, to go live with me and talk about your aesthetic mindset.
Thank you so much. Have an amazing day. Thank you to everybody who's joined. Hope you find it useful. Take care.
Bye. Bye. Bye.